Bonjour, hola, konnichiwa, annyeonghaseyo, ni hao. My name is Cynthia Chandra, and I am an internationally trained artist. I have shown my art in Japan, UK, France, and USA. My passion is to encourage artists to grow and thrive in their creative soul. This world needs to see your unique perspective. I want to give you the skills and techniques to connect you with your own creativity and the tools you need to express your beautiful soul. I donate 10% back to animal rescues to protect our beautiful world that has inspired my art. Hello, everyone. How are you doing tonight? It's me, Cynthia, from Cynthia Chandra Nature Art for Animal Rescues. I'm coming to you live from my studio to draw this beautiful giraffe, and I am going to go ahead and get started right away with it because my phone is having issues today. I'm not really sure why, but it is having lots of issues, and charging seems to be one of them. So we're at 7%. We've been charging since 7 p.m., so 3 hours. So hopefully I can get this finished before it dies. Life happens sometimes. And then my backup phone is, of course, updating. Oh, I might be able to pull that up if I need to. That's awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All you're going to need today is a pencil and a paper and an eraser. It doesn't matter what size paper you are going to use. I am going to use this larger piece of paper just because I like for you guys to be able to see it a little bit better. So I'm pulling up my picture here, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. Here we go. There we go. All right, so need a pencil. We have like 600 pencils over here, but none of them are sharpened. Isn't that how it always goes? Okay, so we're going to start this giraffe with 2 ovals. One is going to be a smaller oval that's slightly tilted. That's going to be the head. And the other oval is going to be down a little bit further. So if you imagine 1, 2, 3 of your heads, and then you're going to draw another oval, and this one's going to be slightly tilted up, back a little bit further. You have 1 oval up here, 1 down here. Now you are going to draw these ovals later because you're going to erase them. These are just guides for you, but I drew them darker so you can see them a little bit better. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the neck of our giraffe. Now if you think of a neck, it is not a straight line down. Your chin comes in and down and back. So when we draw, we're going to draw slightly in, curved out, and back. Slightly in, curved out, make it a little darker so you guys can see, and back. And the same thing on the other side, but this time we're going to be starting up at the top of the head. So we're going to curve in just a little bit, and then back. So now we have our head, our body, and our neck. And our next step is going to be to draw our front leg. Now, your front leg is going to come out a little bit and then come straight down. And that's going to be where your first knee is. So you're going to draw a little circle to remind yourself that that's the knee. And then the back part of the leg, if you can imagine, the part of your arm that's kind of rounded here, is going to also be rounded, and then come down to the knee. So rounded forward, more rounded in the back, down to the knee. And then we're not going to be able to see the other leg on the other side. So we're going to start at the chest here. And we are just going to draw a line down and a circle. Oh, have a great night, Frankie. She says she's just dropping in real quick before she goes to bed. I hope you have a good night. Get some sleep, love. Okay, so now we're going to draw the front leg. Now remember, it's behind this front. The back leg is behind the front leg. So we're only going to draw up to about this point. I don't like how my neck looks up here, so I'm going to make it a little less crooked. There we go. Much better. All right, so the next step is to draw our hind leg. Now our hind leg, if you can look at your quads, is rounded out. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to round it out slightly above this line and then come back. And then we're going to just draw a line here to remember where our knee is. Come up a little bit. And we're going to go up to make his hind or her hindquarters. Now, if you think about your hip, it comes up a little bit higher than when your leg comes in. So you are going to bring that line a little higher here. Now, if it's hard for you to visualize this hip, you can draw another oval here. And then fill in your lines. Come down a little bit with the rectangle and come up and draw your hip. And if you did need to draw that guide, you're going to erase it now because you won't need it. Okay. So the next step for us is going to be drawing the bottom portion of our legs. Or let's draw the other hind leg first. I forgot to draw that one. So you're going to come down just slightly in line and stop. Okay, so for our back legs, they do come out and then down. Hey, Rhonda, thanks for dropping in. I really appreciate it. So it comes out and down, and the same thing back here, out and down. And then you're going to draw a triangle for the foot. Out and down, out and down, triangle for a foot. Now, if you do need to do, if you remember we were drawing those ovals yesterday, if you need to draw an oval here, that's totally fine. And then just straighten it up. You can totally do that. I'm going a little quicker today because I am now at 5%. Hopefully we make it. Okay, and then we are going to draw our back foot back here. All right. Now let's work on our front legs. The front leg is going to come down and go forward just a little bit. And come down and forward. And then we are going to draw our triangular hoof. These are very strangely shaped animals, don't you think? They're very neat, but they're very strangely shaped. So the front part of our leg is going to come down and come in a little bit because it's behind. And then do the same thing. Triangle for the front. A little bit back and triangle for the front. Okay, so let's think about his shadow too while we're down here. Just draw it in a little bit so you can remember where it is. Okay, so when we look at the knee, we don't usually see this top portion of the knee. We usually just see the bottom portion. So we're going to take and darken this line here, and this line here, and then erase the top circle. And the same thing back here. Okay. So the next part that we're going to draw is the face. So we're going to come in and make it's almost similar to a beak shape, a rounded beak shape for the muzzle. And draw bigger back here. So you have the face, the head, not the face. And then you're going to draw almost a beak-like shape. And then we're going to think about this line here for the mouth. Coming and extending back here, because we're going to need that for when we're adding our drawing. And then we're going to make another line here for where our eye line is going to be. And our eyes are going to be that shape that we've been drawing over and over again. That petal shape. And then we're going to make heavy lids that come out with lashes. Hi, Diana. I'm glad you joined us. She said, I was like, hurry up, Serena, so I can see the draft. Yeah, she's just doing her live. So I'm just doing a close-up right now, Diana, of the eyes and the face. So you're going to draw a circle here for the eye and come in. Right, so I'm going to draw it on this side now. So remember, we drew a guideline here, and we drew an eye guideline here. Then we drew our oval shape, heavy lids, circular eye, coming down. Now we are going to draw the top portion of our head, which are these, I don't know what these are called. They're really cool looking though. I guess we can call them like nodules sticking off the top of the head. So you're going to do like a rectangle up here, another rectangle over here, and then you're going to make almost like a candle shape for the hair at the top. When I paint the giraffes, this is always one of my favorite parts to paint. I went a little too crazy with these. I'm going to make them a little smaller. But they have just like a little ball with tufts of hair at the top of them. So interesting, I think. So the next part that we're going to draw is our ears behind, which again is this teardrop shape that we've been drawing, and our other ear behind over here. Very cute. Okay, so now I'm going to draw the nostril, which is just a line down. And I'm going to add a line to remind myself of where his nose is coming in. And then I'm going to erase the circular line here because we don't need it anymore. Oh, it's raining outside right now. And I'm going to give him a slight smile, like that. Okay, so now we have our face, our neck, our feet. And we're going to make our tail. So our tail is going to come out slightly, and then we're going to come down. Out slightly and down. They're called, oh, wow, Diana, thank you. She says that they are called ossicones. Hope I'm saying that right. Males use them for fighting during mating. I did not know that. I can't imagine giraffes fighting. Their body, I feel like that would be dangerous for them. Anyways, so now we are going to draw our teardrop shape for our tail. And then you can color it in and add that furry texture to the base of it. Now we're going to erase this line. We're going to come through and erase some lines now that we don't need. Clean it up a little bit before we start drawing the detail of their markings. So I'm going to erase the line that's on the front leg. I'm leaving this line here because, well, here, let me fix it a little bit here. Gonna leave a little line here and then kind of echo this shape here coming forward. And then we don't need this line here anymore. And we're really just cleaning up our drawing before we start making the rest of it. Let's also make our chin now. And you're going to come back pretty strong for their chin. It's very angular. And come down. That is so cool, Diana. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is draw the speckles that they have. So I'm going to show you over here. Let's pretend this is our neck. Their speckling is not always a straight square. So I kind of like to draw it a little off kilter a little bit. And then the next shape you're going to draw is going to follow that same line. But you're always going to keep 4 sides to what you draw. And keep following. If this line goes this way, this line goes this way. Keep kind of following that path. And that's how we're going to draw our speckling. So no giraffe and no zebra have the same speckle patterns. I'm calling it speckling. I don't think that's the right name either. They're all very unique. Okay, so I did it larger over here. And then you're going to flip it over, or if you're practicing with me, you can flip it over. And start drawing on the back. So after I do one shape, I'm going to fill it in so you can see it. I'm going to go every which way. Maybe every now and then make a triangular shape. But try and follow the same lines if you can, top to bottom. It's going to make it really look like the geometric pattern that these beautiful animals have. And this is the fun part too. If you want to do something completely different than what patterns a giraffe usually has, you can. If you wanted to take each spot and add your own designs into it, that would be pretty fun too. Like if you wanted to do swirls in one and just totally make it your own, you can. Maybe zigzags in this one. You can have as much fun with it as you want to. Or if you just want to make them the iconic darker spots, you totally can too. All right, so we're going to carry the spotting down into the legs, and the spotting is going to get slightly smaller, but we're going to keep trying to stay along having the lines match up with the spot above it. That's going to make it look like it's all part of the same animal. Something odd. It's raining outside, and I swear I just felt like a breeze. But my windows are shut. Just got really cold in here all of a sudden. Maybe the temperature changed outside. Who knows? Okay, and you're going to carry your spots down only to the knee now. And then you're going to stop at the knee. And then you're going to keep going over here with your spotting. If you want to make larger spots, you can, or if you want to make them smaller, you can. Remember, each giraffe is unique, so you can make it however you want it to be. If you wanted to make some spots that were super dark, and some that were lighter, that would look pretty neat, I think. This is all up to you. I think we actually might make it. I wasn't sure if we were going to make it. My phone is at 5% now. It might be time, unfortunately. I have had this phone since 2015. It's the longest I've ever had a phone. I am notorious for dropping my phone in ridiculous places, like once I dropped my phone in the toilet. Another time, my phone exploded. Like, it didn't explode. It had sparks coming out of it that were purple and red and pink coming out of my phone. And then it smelled like burning, and there was like a burn spot on that counter that I rented from. And I told my landlord about it. It wasn't here. It was, when was that? Back in 2011. I told my landlord about it, and he was like, I don't think he believed me. And then when he went and he saw it, he was like, it was like a perfect square rectangle shape of my phone. And he was like, "Oh, I don't think I've ever seen this before." I'm like, "Yep, leave it to me." I always have the worst luck with phones, but this one has lasted me a long time, surprisingly. Although this one did delete all of my baby photos of Alex, everything. So everything that wasn't on Facebook, I don't have anymore, which is really heartbreaking for me. It deleted everything like when he was 3 years old. So I used to take every weekend, every Saturday when I woke up with him, I would take a picture of him sleeping in like my arms, and like I kept it in a special folder, and I kept it in a special folder on my phone, and it was like every single weekend. So you could, if I put it in like a slideshow, I could see him growing up. It was really sad whenever I deleted everything. Anyways, let's talk about something better. So, Diana says this is beautiful. I used to have a 6-foot oil painting of a giraffe. The kids named him Joffrey. Oh, just like Toys R Us. Oh, I remember there used to be a Joffrey in Maryland, and he like stuck out of the wall. I vividly, I think I only lived in Baltimore for until I was 4, but I vividly can remember that giraffe sticking out of the wall, that Toys R Us. So I thought it was the most strange thing. Okay, so we're going to take these spots. Remember how we drew this line in his face or her face? That's as far up as we're going to carry our spots to. We're not going to go any further than that line. And that also adds to the shape of the giraffe's face. So you're going to just carry it up to that line and then erase this line here. Oh, Michelle says, what a pretty giraffe. Thank you so much, love. Okay, so it does look very abrupt on our feet here, where our spots just end. So what we're going to do to make it not as abrupt is in some places we're going to carry it down lower, like you see I did here, and you're going to erase it slightly or draw it lighter. So it almost looks like it's fading towards the bottom. So I'll do it here. Just draw it slightly lighter, bring it down, slightly lighter, bring it down. And the last thing that we're going to do before we sign our names is fill in these beautiful hooves at the bottom of the feet. A little bit pretty dark black. And then we have our giraffe. So what you're going to want to do is definitely sign your piece. Even if you're not completely satisfied with it, at least today you took the time to draw and to do something you normally wouldn't have that's different. There you have it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow for our last day of our 14 drawings in 14 days. And on Monday, our classes will start. So if you are interested in classes, I urge you to sign up for classes by clicking on the PayHip link, which is in the description or in the description, depending upon where you're watching me from. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, 10 p.m. Bye, everyone.